safari speakers, the ugly five, the marabou stork, the vulture, the wildebeest, and right here, perhaps two of the most squalid, the warthog and the hyena. That's never going to be an attractive shot.
All right, you're welcome back to the program. It's still Africa, Africa's Pride on Pensioners, 106.7 FM, and you just listened to that documentary on the Serengeti National Park. The Serengeti is one of the most famous parks in Africa, and it's synonymous with wildlife and classic African scenery. In fact, when you think of Africa, one of the first picture that comes to mind is that of the Serengeti National Park. Is it Flo?
We call us Serengeti National Park, yeah, bitch.
Oh, yeah, that is why I call you.
Honestly,
nobody.
Little see Serengeti National Park. Today, if you think today, relax.
So why are on lions stay me ringing? I'm more for the battery.
Oruko mi mo se Daniel. Israel oruko mi sanu mi to your long. Honestly.
They don't look harmless. They don't look like they look harmless. They don't look like something that can hurt me. You know, I am covered.
You are covered.
Yes.
To your long, I know me. I know me. When you I have a kid. Talking Daniel oruko mi ni si mo se le risk e. Our Israel oruko mi je. Tanu mi mo jaba lion sere kaka ma wa lato kan bai ka mo ju won si won. Àwọn lion re o.
Serengeti re o.
Mo lọ tí mo lọ sí zoo ngba na. Ní kò tí nígbà tá fi wà kékeré tí mo lọ wo lion. Àwọn yòókù tájọ jẹ́ ẹgbẹ́ gbogbo wọn súnmọ́ lion báyìí tó sọ pé lion on ṣùgbọ́n mi báyìí.
Oh, láyà. Ó ti pẹ́ tí mo ti mọ̀ pé ó láyà. Ó láyà kankan. Èmi tí mo ní màá súnmọ́ wọn, wọ́n wá ń sọ pé wọ́n á tú sẹ́yìn. Bó ló ṣe sún tẹ́yìn tó yẹ kó ní. Ó wọ́n kó ní mọ̀ jẹ́ òjò o. Jẹ́ ń tẹ̀lé ẹ lọ síbẹ̀ ìfà máa ṣíwájú ẹni o. Kí n kọ́kọ́ mọ nǹkan tó máa ṣẹlẹ̀. You know you are supposed to be the shield.
Ẹ ń tápẹ́ àdúrà láfẹ́ lọ gbà yín síwájú rẹ̀. Ṣùgbọ́n tápẹ́ ti lion ká mọ̀ bá. Àsìkò sí lórí ètò lónìí, and for the sake of our listeners out there, the program will be running off by 9:30. Actually, torí pé ajé ti ṣe kíni, ó ti bàjẹ́. But I can't imagine lọ sí abala talk with us níbi tí a ó ti máa bá àlejò wa sọ̀rọ̀ láti orílẹ̀-èdè Togo. Let's take this musical break. We'll be right back. Let's take this wonderful musical break. The program is Ogal Africa, Africa's Pride, and Pensioners 106.7 FM.
She wants. If you want to marry me and do what you want, then hurry, come carry your baby, go. Come and see my mother, my mother. You must see my mother, my mother. Come and see my mother, hey. My mother. You must see my mother, my mother. Come and carry on your necks, come and carry if you want. Come and carry, if you want. Come and carry on your necks. Come and carry if you want. Come and carry. If you want my body, then come see my mommy. I know like your money, but I know you want my body. My body, my body. I love body. Come see my mommy. Make it official if you really mean now. Come and follow me all the way to Ghana. Hurry, come carry your baby, go. Come and see my mother, my mother. You must see my mother, my mother. Come and see my mother, hey. If you want, come and carry. Relax, come and carry. If you want, come and carry. Come and carry.
Mr. Chama, Oga Landlord, Maradona, local official. Every day na so CCO. Every day na different species. Say you love me, talk your own. Anything I want, you got it. I'm the one you really want. All the others photocopy. Make it official. If you really mean, make you follow me all the way to Nigeria. Oh,
Hurry, hurry, come carry your baby, go. Come and see my mother.
my
My
mama,
mother. You must see my mother.
my
My
mama.
mother. Come and see my mother. Hey, my mother. You must see my mother. My mother. You want, come and carry. Relax, come and carry. You want, come and carry. Come and carry. If you want, come and carry. Relax, come and carry. If you want, come and carry. Come and carry. A woman of quality knows what she wants. If you want to tidy me and do what you want, then hurry, hurry, come carry your baby, go.
I'm a woman of quality.
mo ti mọ̀ tá a bá tí ì bá dá music ń dúró ní ìsìn ó ṣe ń ṣe ọ́ bí ká kàn mọ́ pé orin tá a fi parí ètò
Come on,
bẹ́ẹ̀
play no ni.
kó wa máa jó múra sí
Kí ni mo fẹ́ sọ báyìí?
ó ti jó gbàgbé ní tó fẹ́ sọ.
Okay, thanks for staying with us on the program. It is still Ogalafrica, Africa's Pride on Pensioners 106.7 FM. It's now right about time to speak with our guest from Togo. Is the president of the Organization for African Integration, and I'm talking of Dr. Williams Ijoma Zuma. Good evening, sir.
Sir.
Good evening.
Yes, good evening.
Did I get the name correct?
Good evening. Yes, you did. You mentioned the word. Yes, it is. It is, yeah,
Yes.
it's correct. Yeah.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. How are you, sir?
Yeah. I'm fine.
How is Togo?
Fine. Yeah, Togo is fine.
All right, that's good to know. All right.
Yes.
Let me start from this. The Mother's Day was celebrated in about 50 countries of the world on Sunday. How was the celebration over there in Togo? Was there any celebration at all over there?
Anyway, Mother's Day is, much more celebrated in French countries than English countries, I would say.
Okay.
They take, yeah, it is actually. In fact, in most French countries, it causes problem between wives and husbands. So the husband must do all it takes to give them gifts on that day, especially for women in French countries. So it was very, very, celebrated here in Togo on the 8th of this month. So it was a very good one. Very good one. It was really lively, and people gave gifts to their loved ones and all that. Celebrations here and there, and people organized seminars and conferences everywhere. To mark the importance of women, in the society.
Okay, I think you're saying something about people giving out gifts, presenting gifts to the mothers, right?
Yes, exactly. Giving to their mothers, to their wives,
Okay.
and friends.
And it said
Yes.
it's like you said it's a must to do that.
Yes, of course. In French countries, it's a must. If you love your wife, of course, is that day you show it. You have to show it that day. Not necessarily on Valentine's Day. They take it much more serious than any other day.
Oh.
Yes.
So that means you must have presented something. Is your wife with you over there?
No, unfortunately, well, I wouldn't say unfortunately. My wife is in Nigeria anyway.
Okay,
Right now,
okay,
but she will come back here in a month's time. Yeah.
Okay, all right then.
Yeah.
So let's go
Yes.
into some other things. Let's talk about the culture of the people of Togo. What are the special things or the unique things about the Togo culture?
Okay, the first thing you have to know about Togo is that Togo is located in a place called Togoland.
Mm.
And Togoland is a former German protectorate in West Africa, and we're later divided between republics of Togo and Ghana.
Okay.
So Togoland, is covered by 90,479 square kilometers. This is between the British Gold Coast colony and the West French Dahomey to the east. Now, talking about Togo culture, actually, they have diverse cultures. Like, for example, last month, I went to the northern part of the country to cover some of their cultural events. And I discovered a lot of things that were shocking, very shocking cultures, I discovered that in the place they call Kabie, the Kabies are the northerners, And, they have cultures where women appear naked,
Sorry,
and it was so
Sorry,
shocking to me.
sorry. Let me hear that again. Women appear naked. Where?
In what part of the country?
In what part
appear
of
naked.
Togo?
No, the northern part of the country is called, Kabie. Kabie,
Okay, that's where
It's
women
Kabie,
appear naked.
yes.
Okay.
Yes, they appear naked there. It's not a daily thing, but it's a culture, they have a ceremony they call Akpema.
Okay.
Because I'm a film producer also, so I had to do documentary on it. And so they do some, rituals with live chicken, with live goats, and they kill it, sprinkle the blood around the girl, thinking it's gonna protect the girl as she grows. And the girl must be a virgin to do that anyway. And it's a culture that every girl from that area of the country must go to this Akpema, traditional, tradition rather in Kabie land. So it was so shocking because I say naked, I couldn't behold what I was seeing. I had to remove my eyes, my dear, because it was strange to me. A full-fledged girl, appearing naked and and all that. So they have that. Also, we have another culture which they call Evala.
Okay.
Evala is, it is, the wrestling culture, where young men they have to wrestle before, they initiate into adulthood. It's compulsory. That KBS too. So if you don't go through it, your age mates will be laughing at you as if you're a nobody. You're not a real man.
Okay.
You must be able to, to grow, and become physically strong and combat with others during the festival, the special event, in the north.
Okay.
So if you don't go through it, then you'll be denied of so many things, Then down in the south where I am, which is Lome and other areas, they also have a lot of cultural activities. For most of the cultures here are really diabolic. You have the voodoo culture, and it's unfortunate. Most families are involved in one way or the other, and they celebrate it. Their women wear white wrappers, and they have their breast bare, and they put powder, soap powder in the water, and make some paints on their bodies. And also, some sacrifices are made in the open, and with fowls and all that. They make some incantations and all that.
Okay. So, Mr. Ijoma, when I was looking at your name, okay,
If
okay. Before you go
this,
further,
this thing protects them.
Okay, before you go further, because I still want you to enlighten us on
and
that.
talking about, don't know, am I much or am I too fast?
No,
No.
I
Hello?
just wanted to ask the
Yes, we
question.
can hear you.
It's okay.
The network connection went poor for a minute.
Yes.
But before you go further to enlighten us more on the
Togo.
culture of Togo, when I was calling out your name, it sounded more like a Nigerian name.
So we
like
want
when
to
I
know
saw
more
it, I thought
about
this was
you.
Ijoma. Then you pronounce
Okay.
it Ijoma. Are you a
Okay.
Nigerian?
Of course, I'm yeah, you're right. You're not wrong at all. I'm from Abia State, Nigeria, but I've been here for some decades.
Okay.
And I studied in the University of Nigeria in Nsukka anyway, before I left home. And here. I'm a lecturer here, and also trying to open my own university, which is operational very soon. And I'm into film production. I work with the national television here with the called TVT. I'm privileged to be producing all their locally made series. So that is a little bit about who I am. So I'm also a man of God.
Wow.
But that didn't take away what I love doing. I'm a pastor also.
What he said,
So
the place is a bit diabolic from what you just said now.
Of course. You see, I was telling you that
How have you been coping as
of course, it's like for example, if you're a pastor, you have you must have a special domain where God called you. God calls people in specific domains. Even though some people try to do everything. So me, I'm into deliverance, and that is why I know a lot about these activities. Because I'm into deliverance, and I can tell you, talking about religion now, we're diverting to religion somehow now. Religion here in Togo, we're talking about history and culture now. So in Togo, you have close to 50% of the population, they are Christians, so to say, but and about 25% Muslims, 25% are atheists, and also unbelievers. But then even all the Christians and the Muslims here are like they have one thing or the other to do with voodoo, because there's no family in Togo that doesn't have contact with voodoo. No family. So it makes it a big work for pastors, So somebody can say I'm born again today, and tomorrow you see the person manifesting in a way you can't understand, because the problem is from the family. So that's how it is here.
All right, let's move. Let's move away from that, and let's talk about the language.
Wait, I wanted to ask a question before we move away from that.
All right.
You were talking about a particular ritual, whereas there's certain things sprinkled on a virgin. But if a lady that isn't a virgin goes through this ritual, is there any consequence for this?
Please, the volume is too low. Yeah, the volume of our sister is low.
Okay.
Can you raise the volume a little more? Yeah.
Can you hear me clearly now?
A little better, yeah.
Okay. I was like, you were talking about a particular ritual, whereas it's a lady that performs it.
Yes.
But if a lady that isn't a virgin performs the ritual, is there a consequence for this?
Of course, there are big consequences, because in the first place, the thing is spiritual. If a lady is not a virgin, it becomes the stone where they sit upon, which of course is sacrificed to idol, will reject the girl and push her, throw her away, and she'll get injured and even get fainted or something.
Is that
potent? You can't even try it.
It's that
Of course,
potent.
It's true.
Wow.
Of course, that's serious. So if one is not a virgin, the person doesn't even try. And if you don't come, if you're the age group that do that ceremony and you don't come, they already know you're not a virgin. So it's a disgrace to the family too. So it's compulsory, and if you're not a virgin, of course everyone will know, because.
Hello.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Mr. Adejumobi, please, can you hold on for us for a little bit? We would like to go on a quick commercial break. We will take more from you after this break.
There's no problem.
Thank you, sir.
There's no problem. You're welcome.
As man pass man, na him event center better pass themselves now. Yes, so Lafia Event Center, na him be the baba for Ibadan. I tell you, who no go no. Lafia Event Center, wait and that gidigba for inside Lafia Hotel, Akpata Ganga Ibadan. Don't dare refurbish sote, you no go one live after your event with the ogbonge modern facilities to accommodate any event, wedding ceremony, chieftaincy, town plus include association anniversary, even several space day for annual general meeting, symposium, seminar, plus include workshop, music concert and religious event. Any event where you dey plan, we go accommodate them for Lafia Hall. Our parking space is spacious with watertight security. Power supply no shaking. For any weather, Lafia Event Center dey cool. To confirm all the claim, forward match now come Lafia Event Center for inside Lafia Hotel. Akpata Ibadan. Telephone 070-8759-5867. Lafia Event Center. We go accommodate your event.
Adio. Baba, ẹ kú kalẹ̀. Wá wo nǹkan. Òdi pé àtòkèrè ló ń làákàyè tí wọ́n ń wo sàkún nǹkan. Ṣáájú káwọn kan tó máa fóúnjẹ láwa lójú, níjọba ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ ti káwọn ọ̀dọ́ kan jọ sílùú Awẹ́ láti máa kọ́ nípa iṣẹ́ àgbẹ̀ lọ́nà tìgbàlódé lábẹ́ àmójútó àjọ IITA.
Mo rí bẹ́ẹ̀ bàbá, ṣẹ́yìn ọ̀gbọ́n tí ń lọ ń gbòòrò ni. Wọ́n ní ìṣèjọba tí ń bẹ lóde báyìí, audio government ni wọ́n ń pè.
Èwo lẹ̀ ń pè báwọn?
Ìjọba tí ń fẹnu yàrá sọ́bẹ̀.
Àdìó. Ní bí mo ti wí fún wọn pé kò yé wọn pẹ̀lú ọ̀bọ̀jáwúrà. Ṣé nǹkan tá a fojú rí ni àbí n tó farasin? Àkànṣe iṣẹ́ ń lọ lọ́wọ́ lórí àwọn ọ̀nà jákèjádò ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́. Iṣẹ́ sì ń lọ lọ́wọ́ báyìí lórí ètò ìlera tó múnádóko. Ètò ẹ̀kọ́ ò sì gbẹ́yìn o. Bẹ́ẹ̀ sì làwọn òṣìṣẹ́ àtòṣìṣẹ́ fẹ̀yìntì ò láláṣẹ mọ́ kí wọ́n tó rẹ́tọ̀ wọn gbà.
Bàbá, gbogbo ń tẹ́ ẹ sọ yóò tọ́ ni, kò sí rọ́ńbẹ́. Àmọ́ ẹ̀kọ́ yìí lọ́wọ́ọ́rọ́ pọ̀ kò jónú. Ẹ̀rí bí gbòòrò ti rí ni, ṣé bó ṣe yóò rí nù? Ẹ sì mọ̀ pé eégún tó bá rorò làwa kó bí ìbọn lẹ̀.
Àdìó àti gbọ́n jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́. Eégún tó bá ṣoore fún wa báyìí làwa ń kó bí ìbọn.
Ẹ kú àgbà bàbá. Ilé-iṣẹ́ ètò ìròyìn, àṣà, ohun ìrìn àjò afẹ́ tìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ ló ń kéde.
Ọ̀nà tí ìgòkè ti dé àyín.
Nígbà wọn wá bẹ̀rẹ̀ rẹ̀ o, níbo ni wọ́n ti dúró?
Africa is my fatherland. Nigeria is my country.
All right, welcome back to the program, Steve Ogal Africa. And our guests are still very much available to speak with us tonight. Hello, good evening, sir. Let's continue the conversation. Are you still there?
Yes, I'm here.
All right, thank you so much for your patience. Now let's look at the language, of the people of Togo. Aside French, because I believe that French should be the official language. Am I right?
Yeah, correct.
All right. Now, aside French, what other languages do they have? Dialects?
Yes, what you should know about Togo is that Togo's culture reflects the influences of its 37 tribal ethnic groups, and the largest and most influential. Yes, 37 tribal ethnic groups. But the largest and most influential of which are the Ewe, Mina, and Kabie. So these are the three major languages. Just like in Nigeria, you have 250 ethnic groups, but you have the major three, which are Yoruba, Igbo, and Hausa. So the major three here are Ewe, Mina, and Kabie. Yes, and Kabie. And Kabie is spoken in the north. Where you have, they call Kara. It's a place called Kara. That's where you speak Kabie in the north. And in the south, they have Ewe and Mina. And Ewe and Mina, they are really close to each other. It is spoken in the whole of the south. In fact, most people in Togo, identify with this Ewe language. Also, part of Ghana speak Ewe. Part of Benin Republic also speaks Ewe. So it's the kind of international language for these three countries, So these are languages spoken here. Of course, French is the official language, but I don't joke with the Ewe language also.
So can you speak the Ewe language to us tonight?
Well, I'm too good at French. I'm better in French, but of course I can say one or two words in Ewe. But French, I'm a good in French anyway. I've written books in French, and but for local language, I'm not too strong. But I can say one or two words. Can greet and all that. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right. Just greet us in the one of the local languages.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can start with French or any of the local languages. Let me start with French first. I count the local language.
All right.
Bonsoir tout le monde.
Okay.
Comment allez-vous? Moi, je m'appelle Dr. Williams. That is in French. I say good evening, everyone.
Okay.
So, how are you doing?
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, Wezo means you're welcome.
Okay.
That is how they hit you. Like you say, Aquaba in Ghana. It's a weasel. So that's the much I can say. For greetings, I'm not good at a local language because I work with French anyway. So where the people you relate with also determines the kind of language you speak. So as an academician, I deal with people who speak French most. Yes, yeah.
Before we move further and ask you more about the organization you work with, I see some things here about a great beaches in Asid Loma Beach. Can you tell us more about these tourist centers and more about these beaches?
Okay. Anyway, you have to understand that one of the good things about Togo is their hospitality,
Okay.
and of course, there are good beaches which are found everywhere. We have beaches in places. A place we call Aneho. Aneho is not too far from the border of Benin and Togo. There you have public beaches, and you have also private beaches.
Mm.
The public beaches are open to everyone.
Yes, hello, are you there?
Private ones are so well decorated and oops, yeah, good. In fact, even here in cities where well prepared, decorated, and they have side which well stand and good. You going around there, the beach. So then in Tolome, you also have beaches and also private beaches. Although Tolome, but honestly, you enjoy yourself. You just don't is here. Very as if you're here, you don't. It's a actually very very nice place, very nice. And if you permit to their nightlife too, very very special.
Mm.
It's not like the way people are scared. Move around 20 hours here because the security and there is security. You know, it's of pit and all that here and there. You know, in the night place about would have it is around to ID card. To go here, nobody stops you, nobody robs you.
Mm.
I open was although rotational to be open next day. So that's the truth. We enjoy here. The area of this but the here is peace. There are peace from here. The little money so to go when coming here because this and yeah. So life is really
Yes, hello, sir. Are you still there?
yes, I'm here.
All right, sir.
Okay, so sir, you work with,
Hmm.
you are the president of the Organization for African Integration. Can you tell us a bit about your organization?
Thank you very much for that wonderful question. First of all, the idea to create the Organization for African Integration came about 15 years ago. Then I was in Mauritania, and I read about the history of Africa. I understood that between the led and the leaders, there was a big gap. And the reason is because even from the inception, when OAU was to be formed, Organization for African Unity, the people in the forefront were Julius Nyerere of Tanzania and Kwame Nkrumah of Ghana. There was no consensus between the two of them. They had the same ideology, but the approach were different. Kwame Nkrumah wanted to have African unity, overnight, but Julius Nyerere of Tanzania wanted it to be a step-by-step issue. So when the white people saw that there was a difference between the two of them, they went in between them and separated them. So since then, there was no real African unity. So I discovered that since there's a gap between the led and the leaders, why don't you work from the populace, so that there will be integration among Africans? Because I've been privileged to travel to all the African countries. I discovered that we are just one people. If you take, for example, of Togo here is called, Aflawo. Aflawo, Togo side, Aflawo, Ghana side, the same people, the same language, the same culture. The same thing in Mali. When you're coming from Mali, the boundary of Mali is called Kuchala. And the boundary of Burkina Faso is called Bobo de la Sou. And these are one people, one language, one culture, everything. So I've been around Africa and we are just one people. The white people came to Africa to divide us to rule better. So that's okay. Let the movement start. It might not be easy, but let's start somewhere. So Mauritania began the battle, and we were able to make impact in Mauritania. And after some few realizations and achievements, we decided that we should come down to West Africa so that we can, unite people much more. Because Mauritania were able to touch North Africans because they share boundary with Morocco, and Morocco share boundary with Algeria and Tunisia. So that is the idea. So the main idea is to bring Africans together, to let them understand that we're just one people, whether a Nigerian, a Togolese, a Cameroonian, we are one. We are just one. And when we're integrated, there will be peace and tolerance. I'll give you an example now. Some years back, around 1996, I was in Cote d'Ivoire. And I saw policemen, they were catching people. They take somebody's shirt and tie to another person's shirt. I said, what is happening? That was my first time going to Cote d'Ivoire. I said, what's happening? They say, run. No. I said, run for what? They say, if you don't run, they're going to arrest you. I said, I'm not running. I didn't do any evil. And they came to me and said, top yes. Top yes, me have it. And then they have this mentality, this is chez nous, this is our country. So they never understood that Africans are one. Because then you have Togolese, the Burkina babes, Malians going there to work. Because then, in fact, I've heard similarity today, they have 45% of West African French-speaking economy. They're the richest among French-speaking economy. So people, they don't used to travel. People go there, work in their farms. They have cocoa, they have forests. They are rich, actually. Until when there was war in Cote d'Ivoire, their eyes opened now, and they began to understand that somebody can also travel as a refugee and all that. But right now, without war, we are telling people, Africans are one. Let us integrate. If we are united, I tell you the truth, in the next 5-10 years, white people will be struggling to get visa to come to Africa because they finished developing their areas, and the future is here in Africa. We are blessed with all manner of things, So that's just the reason I said, okay, let's be pushing, towards integrating African nations and see where we take us to. I know united will stand, divided will fall.
And
This is just a summary of the reason why I said to create the organization.
And so far, sir, as the goal of establishing this organization, has it been met by your own standards?
The truth of the matter is that it is a continuous work.
Yes.
It is work in progress. Yes, you can't, it's not something, we'll finish in a day or two. But I can say we have made some substantial progress.
Okay.
And we are gradually, cooperating with so many organizations. We are partner to African Union and so many organizations. Even right now, we are partnering with a journalist organization in Nigeria called GFOM, which is gathering most journalists in here. So they are partner here. In fact, we're going to organize an event here with GFOM by June this year. So we are getting partners all over, and through this partnership, we are announcing our gospel that Africans are one. We have to get united. GFOM is preaching migration. I can't do migration without integration. Like I was prepared to be part of the movement in Ghana last month, where the Ghana president was present in African summit held in Accra International Conference Center. I was one of the speakers. So we are moving forward. It's a gradual process. By the time we succeed in making all African nations realize that we are one, then it will be easy to face our challenges squarely. After that, now we begin to face other things, because there's other things, other things that rather we need to teach our people. I'm a pastor, but then I preach to my members. I say, look, the fact that you're a Christian does not mean you should not work. Use your brain, work. God cannot bless you until you work. So these are things we have to make Africans know that, white people came. So make Africa stand. I think about doing something is similar in those African African and all that. They stand of that. What we know, fighting for the of our motherland, and do it because of one day you need to united.
All right, thank you so much, Dr. Williams. Thank you so much for honoring our invitation. We sincerely appreciate. Thank you so much.
And I wish you the best. Before you go, you were saying something about top years. Please just give us a quick meaning of top years. The network went bad at that moment. You said top years means what?
I beg your pardon. I can't hear you well, please.
I think it's top years. You said top years means something. The network went poor.
Top years?
Yes.
Maybe you didn't hear me well. Top years? I can't remember a word like that. Top years.
Oh, it's more or less like top years. I think it was a different language. You said it in such a funny way, and you said it meant something. But so thank you so much. I wish you the best.
Okay. Okay, thank you. Maybe it was Wezo. Wezo is welcome.
Okay.
Then yes.
All right.
Comment allez-vous? How are you? Comment ça va? It depends. French is like Yoruba language where you have a respect for seniors, So
all right,
if you're talking to your senior, you can use vous.
All right.
If you're talking to your inferior, you can use tu. So that is it.
All right.
Yes.
Mr. Adejumobi, merci.
Yes.
We really appreciate you.
Merci beaucoup.
Merci.
Yes,
thank you.
Favour understands French.
Please.
And he wants to come to Togo very soon to come and join you.
Thank you so much.
Honestly, we can't wait to welcome you here.
All right.
You come here, we'll take it off you. Don't worry.
We're expecting you back in Nigeria.
It's okay.
All right. Thank you so much, Dr. Williams, for ordering our invitation. Thank you so much. We sincerely appreciate. And definitely, I mustn't forget to also thank Salim Fly because he was very instrumental.
Yes, Salim Fly was our guest last week.
And he was instrumental rather to bring in some of those guests right here with us. Thank you so much. All right. You just listened to the voice of Dr. Williams, Adejumobi. But before we go to the next segment, which is our African Icon, which might be the last segment on the program today, let's take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back.
Adio. Bàbá, ẹ kú kalẹ̀, wá wo nǹkan. Ó rí pé àtòkèrè ló ń làákàyè tí wọ́n ń wo sàkún nǹkan. Ṣáájú káwọn kan tó máa fóúnjẹ láwa lójú, níjọba ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ ti káwọn ọ̀dọ́ kan jọ sílùú bí àmójútó àjọ IITA.
mo rí bẹ́ẹ̀ bàbá ṣẹ́yìn ọ̀gbọ́n tí ń lọ ń gbòòrò ni wọ́n ní ìṣèjọba tí ń bẹ lóde báyìí audio government ni wọ́n ń pè.
Èwo lẹ̀ ń pè báwọn.
ìjọba tí ń fẹnu yàrá sọ́bẹ̀.
Àdìó ní bí mo ti wí fún wọn pé kò yé mọ pẹ̀lú ọ̀bọ̀jáwúrà ṣé nǹkan tá a fojú rí ni àbí ń tó farasin. Àkànṣe iṣẹ́ ń lọ lọ́wọ́ lórí àwọn ọ̀nà jákèjádò ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́. Iṣẹ́ sì ń lọ lọ́wọ́ báyìí lórí ètò ìlera tó múnádóko. Ètò ẹ̀kọ́ ò sì gbẹ́yìn o. Bẹ́ẹ̀ sì làwọn òṣìṣẹ́ àtòṣìṣẹ́ fẹ̀yìntì ò láláṣẹ mọ́ kí wọ́n tó rẹ́tọ̀ wọn gbà.
bàbá gbogbo ń tẹ́ ẹ sọ yóò tọ́ ni kò sí rọ́ńbẹ́ àmọ́ ẹ̀kọ́ yìí lọ́wọ́ọ́rọ́ pọ̀ kò jónú ẹ̀rí bí gbòòrò ti rí ni ṣé bó ṣe yóò rí nù ẹ sì mọ̀ pé eégún tó bá rorò làwọn á kó bí ìbọn lẹ̀.
Àdìó àti gbọ́n jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́. Eégún tó bá ṣoore fún wa báyìí làwa ń kó bí ìbọn.
ẹ kú àgbà bàbá. iléeṣẹ́ ètò ìròyìn àṣà ohun ìrìn àjò afẹ́ tìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ ló ń kéde.
I have cherished the ideal of a democratic and free society in which all persons live together in harmony and with equal opportunities. It is an ideal which I hope to live and to achieve. But if needs be,
All right, the program is still got Africa's Pride and Pensioners 106.7 FM. Let's go straight to the next segment on the program, which is African Icon. Lori Abala African Icon. Loni will be bringing your way a very popular music crew called the Rockafield Jazz Band. I want to walk a sweet murder. I'm not gonna forget you. And of course, we'll not talk about the crew without talking about the founder of the band itself, talking of Prince Nico Banga. Let's listen to this documentary on the Rockafield Jazz Band and Prince and Nico Banga, courtesy Flow. Easy Flow Entertainment, but Flow Entertainment.
Rockafield Jazz presenting you Sweet Mother.
Rockafield Jazz Band was a music group founded by Prince Nico Mbaga in the mid-60s. The group had their first success with their second single, I No Go Marry My Papa, which was recorded in 1973 by EMI Records and became a regional hit. Their second success was in 1976 when they recorded Sweet Mother with Rogers All Stars and sold about 13 million copies worldwide. In 1979, Mbaga and his Rockafield Jazz Band went on a tour in London, playing at venues like St. Pancras Town Hall and the African Centre. In 1995, Rockafield Jazz was preparing for a 50-state tour of the United States. While preparing for the tour, Mbaga was on his way to pick up visas in Calabar. His car ran out of fuel due to the fuel scarcity that was prevalent at that period. So, he hopped on a motorbike taxi to complete his journey as a simple man that he was. Few minutes on the bike, a vehicle knocked them down. He was rushed to UCT Hospital where he spent 2 weeks. Mbaga gave up after a series of medical surgeries. But before he gave up, he wished that Rockafield Jazz continue the work he had prepared for them to do across the world, even if he could not make it out of the hospital. Since 1997, when he died, there has been a 20 years vacuum as no one took over his microphone and guitar to fulfill his wish. It was on that note that his children stepped up to the task by organizing a 20th anniversary and immortalization concert that held in December 2017. Meet Nicole Mbaga Jr., the director and signature guitarist of Rockafield Jazz Rebirth, and his brother, Phil Mbaga, the signature voice.
Yeah, I'm Nicole Mbaga Jr. and I'm Philip Mbaga. Yeah, our father, Prince Nico Mbaga, passed away in 97. And for me, we were actually we're really kids then, and it was a very painful experience. I was about 10, and my brother was barely 4 when our father died, and it was a very painful experience, staying by his graveside and watching him being lowered down. I mean, as a child, it was not something we really wanted to experience at that particular time. But we thank God we've grown up now, and God is actually pushing us forward to represent Him, to make Him proud wherever He is. Thank God we are stronger and better now.
Yeah, my father's last week before he died was that Panko music should stay. Rock jazz should continue Panko music. And that is why we his sons will coming out strong to make sure that we bring back Panko music. We continue Rock jazz. That's why we have the revered of Rock jazz.
That was that documentary on the Rockfield Jazz Band, as well as Praise Nico Banga. We want to take up a group in Bada and all of that, even after the death of the founder himself, Praise Nico Mbanga. And of course, one wonderful about that thing, that sweet mother. I think it's one because it was such a powerful song. I definitely Praise Nico Banga will forever be remembered for that wonderful song titled Sweet Mother.
Speaking of sweet mothers, Israel. Documentary. Nisuru. Tí o bá fẹ́ jáde. Tí bá dẹ̀ sọ fún mọ́mí o, bá fẹ́ lọ. Tí wọ́n bá fẹ́ kó lọ, kí ni wọ́n máa sọ fún ẹ?
Wọ́n ní máa lọ.
Ó ti máa lọ yẹn ó ti ẹ̀ tó. Wọ́n á ní kó sùn síbẹ̀.
Wọ́n ní sùn síbẹ̀ ni o.
Our mothers are sweet o, but ó ní àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ kan tó máa fi bẹ́ẹ̀ sọ̀rọ̀ tó jẹ́ pé if you dare do what she doesn't want you to do, you are in trouble.
Because okay. Ata tó fẹ́ lọ yẹn ṣáà dá ọgbẹ́ lójú.
Ìwọ náà dànù. Ìwọ náà wá bẹ̀ náà.
Tó bá ti wọ náà kí wọ́n náà ṣe kí ni.
Kò dànù.
Kò dànù. They are so funny. All right, we're going to be playing some skits now.
Some funny things
about our African mothers. Let's enjoy it. And when we're back, we're going to be running off the program definitely.
Good evening for you. Welcome. Please be on to this house. So glory to Jesus. Your house is covered with the blood of Jesus. How you doing?
Sit down, Joy, to talk.
Hey, good evening. How are you?
Fine.
You don't dare do. So free, okay?
How far now? Where mommy patience?
I leave her for gate now. She a drag with a gate man. You don't see my face before. I think. Tell your madam now, me she arrest you.
Madam, no verse, I beg. I no fight you. It's just protocol.
What if me I want fight you? Because to fight you now, they hungry me. Hello? I they come, Jaren. I they come. Now God now save you. They thank your God.
Welcome.
That's your security guard. What is it now? Help me sack him now. How many times I don't beg you make you help me sack him? I beg you make you help me talk to the guy, please. I don't want to do something to him.
I beg you. Don't do something to him. So now don't already hear, but yeah, mommy Rosaline begin don't born twins. So go see her on Saturday.
Now here say Sandra don't go meet her husband for Canada. Which of her husband?
How many you give her?
That pikin where she just born fresh. Who give him? That boy don't reach 5 years now. You gotta give him belly before he go now. What you did? Now not about what they talk about. That is small baby. Which person matter now they talk?
Now Sandra will go meet her husband for Canada.
Which husband? Sandra will go work. Now nurse now she do now. Nurse. Sandra, we don't take Canada. Don't take now. They do nursing. Thing she use now.
Good evening, ma. Good evening, ma. They greet you.
Mind consulting. Now mind consulting now she use now. Wait,
mommy patience. Good evening, ma.
How you doing? Sandra, we get this. Sandra now very sharp girl. Mind consulting now they help her. She apply for the thing now they help her. Glory.
Don't do
nurse now.
Go and
she's the nurse now in Canada. Working fine.
This one that they tell Sandra matter with so much confidence. How not say no? How you say no, mommy patience?
You give Sandra number. Call her now.
Don't they ring?
Put the phone down and make we hear her. Make everybody hear her together. Put her down.
Hello. Good morning, ma.
Sandra. It be like say this Canada don't they sweet you.
You must be Mrs. Agnes. Please come on in. Good afternoon. Where are my manners? My name is Dr. Lucy Ferris. I'm going to be your counselor today. Your children are my regulars, and so it is just really nice to have you in today. Please, make yourself comfortable. The world is to be praised, Papa. Thank you. Thank you, Lord. Yeah, bring your head. Bring your head. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Papa. You are worthy to be praised. And no one's ever done that for me before. Thank you. It's very sweet of you. I couldn't wipe that off. Oh, Jehovah, thank you. We can go ahead and get started with our session today. Okay. How do people do this? Anyway, what I will do is first, I will open us in praise and worship. Shebi, Agatha Moses. Then you follow me. Then I will open us in prayers. Okay, then we will commence. Okay, let me stand up. This one that I'm sitting down. It's gonna be an interesting. My Lord reigneth, let the earth tremble. My Lord reigneth, let the earth. Dr. Jesus reigneth, let the earth tremble. Daddy reigneth, let the earth. Darling Jesus, you reigneth, let the earth tremble. I'm running out of time, so let's go ahead and just get started. All right. I actually try not to incorporate religion into my practice, and so we don't have to do any of that. I like to leave that out. So you are hosting meeting and you don't pray, no praise and worship, which means that you are operating with a satanic spirit. Excuse me? Hey? So these children have now managed to bring me to a demonic convention. Jesus. All right. Mrs. Agnes, tell me about yourself. Why? For what? Who sent it?
Somebody get sense. How did it come and come from my neck? How you take when you buy am? So tomorrow I go come by local market, I'll buy am 1.5. This thing, this shrink thing, this thing wey don dey shine, go wash. Wetin dey inside? No, you've done bad today. 20,000 naira for this thing. When I will go market, I will buy like 200 of it. 200 of it, I will buy and collect change. Now you buy one thing when they take choke neck. You buy 20,000. How much you buy the research? 8.5. 8.5. 8.5. Glory. 8.5. So what to buy for market. Last. What's going to war? So everything will for the economy is a disaster. 3,000 naira. If I want buy this thing, 8.5. How much you buy the earring? 5,000. How much? 5. This thing, when don't they fade? Who they send me message when they craze? This thing, when don't they fade? Now you buy 5,000. God forbid you. 5,000 naira for this thing. When don't they black? Don't say don't they change.
Oh my God, Africa model. So
you said you beat the price. That it's true. African mothers try. They are very good at arguing and arguing. Like they know how to do that thing. I'm telling mom lost a jelly. But Mola son of Pharaoh. Over now, I'm tapping 500. More by say over 200 naira. If I told you my mom bought that thing for 200 naira, you won't believe it. I want to be mom balish, right? Just watch. Until I saw there will be a ledger. Ledger no, we will work with one income. I want not to have beat price. Can you that price she mentioned? She bought 3 fish at that same price.
Hey, Oluwa. African models.
They are the best.
Number one. African models.
If you give an African woman money, she's going to manage the money well. We love you all. We love African mothers. Thank you so much, our mothers. We love you. To everyone that listened today on the program, thank you so much. Thank you, Dr. Williams from Togo, for accepting our invitation to come on the show today. Thank you so much. Till next week when we come your way again. We love you. My name is Favour Oloruntola, F to the E to the I to the V to the A.
All right, so thank you so much for being a part of Ogal Africa, Africa's Pride. Today on Pensioners 106.7 FM. Many thanks to you, our dear listener, for being a part of the show. On behalf of the producer of Ogal Africa, Babatunde Tiamiyu, my name is Israel Adejumobi.
Adejumobi. Ìgbà tí Mr. Williams ń sọ̀rọ̀ lẹ́ẹ̀kan yẹn. Wọ́n ní tí àwọn tó bá ti fẹ́ ṣe modern day báyìí lọ́dọ̀ wọn. Wọ́n á make sure pé wọ́n máa ra nǹkan fún àwọn.
Wọ́n ṣe sọ yẹn mo ti gbọ́ nínú ẹ̀yìn mo ti ní máa fún.
Sori bí mo ṣe kọ sílẹ̀, ó yá Israeli, Bengali, where is my own?
And after the program, you go get your own.
Which one is after the program? I go get my. I want my. We are done with the. We are done with the program. We love you all. See you next week.
Thank you so much. I'm proud to be an African man. I'm proud to be an African as well. Of course, I'm sure you're also proud to be an African.
And it's sponsored program. It's your Jekamalo.
All right, let's leave you in the hands of that. Let's keep listening to that wonderful skit as we round up the program. Goodbye.
Is it shiny in your eye? I know when you consign me how much you buy the ring. How much you buy the ring? How much you buy? 1.5. You still go soon fade. 1.5. What did they sell for Balog market? 200 naira. 200 naira. I'll buy like Siri correct, good ring. Now for how much you buy this bracelet? Will be like Shane. No say this bracelet be like Shane. You know it be like Shane. How much? 6,000. Be like say you really get money this week, oh. You have money, Abi.
Is Africa's model. Pensioners FM. This is Africa's model.
Pensioners FM. Ale pepe. Balẹ̀lẹ̀ bá tilẹ̀, a ó fọ́ máa yóò bá yóò ní. Lẹ́yìn iṣẹ́ òòjọ́ ẹni, ó yẹ kó lúwa rẹ̀ ó ní ìsinmi. Ayé kì í yé ni nínú ìwéríwé, àgbà kì í yé ní gbàtà ọ̀dàgbà. Àgbà ló dé rédíò, ohun òmìnira. Pensioners FM láyé ń gbọ́, Pensioners FM tiwa ni. Pensioners FM tiwa ni. Pensioners FM tiwa ni. Pensioners FM ti dé. Pensioners FM tiwa ni. Wà polówó ọjà kéré òde. Pensioners FM tiwa ni. 106.7 òde. Pensioners FM tiwa ni. Àgbárígò lónírèké Ìbàdàn. Pensioners FM tiwa ni. Gbogbo Sàràkí èèyàn ló ń gbọ́. Pensioners FM tiwa ni. Ayé kúrò lálẹ́ òwìlẹ̀. Pensioners FM tiwa ni.
Regina, how do you describe a good radio station?
It should educate, give information, and entertain.
You got it right, girl.
Yes, she really did. And the good news is we have a radio station that gives it all, even more.
Wow! We want to know.
Pensioners FM 106.7 is the radio station. We broadcast to every nook and cranny. We thrill you with logical planning of our programs. We remain your number one source of information. Talk of adverts, no station does it better. Pensioners FM 106.7, Voice of Liberation.
Oṣù dẹ̀dẹ̀ bí aró, omilẹ̀ tìtì bí àròdá òjò. Òjò ẹ̀dá ẹni ò tó tàná. Pensioners FM 106.7. Ọlọ́run ló dirí ẹwà fákòkò. Òṣùpá lé àní ògún ẹni ọwọ́ ẹ̀ bá tó kó lọ tún ṣe. Pensioners FM àkọ́kọ́ ọ̀rú ẹ̀ l'Áfíríkà.
Can we just talk? Can we just talk?
Òun yàtọ̀ sí ohun. Bẹ́ẹ̀ sì lòun yàtọ̀ sí ohun. Ohun mi ra táwọn wí ọ̀hún rèé.
Welcome to the future.
Pensioners FM 106.7. Àgbàlódé rédíò Àgbárígò lónírèké ń bàdàn.
Ọlọ́run Prophet Matthew Rufai Bàbá Miracle láti ilé ìjọ Christ Miracle Center tó wà ní Adifashe Sawmill area Dogo bus stop Àpáta Ìbàdàn. Ó tún ṣetán láti bá onípòjìpò èèyàn pàdé nínú ètò àdúrà alálàálẹ̀ olójoojúmọ́ láti ọjọ́ Ajé Monday títí di ọjọ́ Ìsinmi Sunday bẹ̀rẹ̀ ní aago 9 alẹ́ sí aago 9 àbọ̀ alẹ́ gbẹ̀rẹ̀ fún ọ̀rọ̀ ìwàásù ìrònúpìwàdà, ìtúsílẹ̀, ìdáǹdè lọ́wọ́ ogun èṣù àti bẹ́ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ. Níkànnì Pensioners 106.7 FM àgbàlódé rédíò àkọ́kọ́ irú ẹ̀ nílẹ̀ Áfíríkà tó wà ní Àgbárígo lónírèké Ìbàdàn láti ọjọ́ Ajé Monday títí di ọjọ́ Ìsinmi Sunday. Ìjọ Christ Miracle Center ló ṣe onígbọ̀wọ́ rẹ̀ tó wà ní Adifashe Sawmill area Dogo bus stop Àpáta Ìbàdàn. Fún ẹ̀bẹ̀ àdúrà tẹlifóònù 0803-182-8296 0803-182-8296. Ìwọ náà gbìyànjú kó o darapọ̀ mọ́ ètò alálàálẹ̀ yìí ó dẹ̀dẹ̀ lábùkún fún lórúkọ Jésù.
Ogun ayé mi ṣe pátápátá, ìṣòro mi tán, ìbànújẹ́ mi dópin. Ìyanu tó járí tí màá fi gbàgbé ìṣòro mi. Ọlọ́run bàbá Miracle ṣèyanu láyé mi o. Kí gbogbo ayé lè mọ̀ wípé mo ní ẹlọ́lọ́run Miracle Center. Ogun ayé ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ ilẹ̀ ajá. Iṣẹ́ ìyanu lákòókò ìyanu. Ayé mi dàbí ra. Olúwa fi kẹ́mi dì láì ìdè mi já. Ogun ayé mi ṣe pátápátá. Ìṣòro mi tán. Ìbànújẹ́ mi dópin.
Ìṣẹ̀dá ayé, ìṣẹ̀dá ọ̀run. Ọlọ́run kan lánàá, Ọlọ́run kan lónìí, Ọlọ́run kan ní ọ̀la, Ọlọ́run kan náà títí ayérayé, Ọlọ́run tí ayé àti àwọn ọ̀run ń bọ jìgbìnìjìgbìnì bí àtẹ ẹlẹ́kẹ̀. Bàbá mi, mo gbé yín ga o, mo dúpẹ́ àtìlẹ́yìn, mo dúpẹ́ ọwọ́ ọ̀tún yín tó ń gbé mi ró, mo dúpẹ́ ọwọ́ agbára tẹ́ ẹ fi tì mí lẹ́yìn. Bàbá, mo dúpẹ́ pé mo wọ ọwọ́ ọ̀tún mo rí yín, mo wọ owó òsì mo rí yín, níwájú mi ẹ wà níbẹ̀, mo wo ẹ̀yìn, ẹ̀yin ni akọni ẹlẹ́rù níyìn, ẹ sì wò sùnsùnsùn, ẹ dá àánú lé mi lórí. Èmi ni wòlíì torí àánú ńlá gbà. Bàbá ẹ gba ọpẹ́, Ọlọ́run ọmọ ẹ gba ọpẹ́, Ọlọ́run ẹ̀mí mọ́ ẹ gba ọpẹ́. Lórí rédíò yìí mo yíká ọ̀tún, lórí rédíò yìí mo yíká sí ọ̀tún, mo yíká sí òsì. Mo wo wájú mi, mo wẹ̀yìn, mo pariwo dànsákì. Bí irun orí mi bó bá ṣe kìkìdá ahọ́n kò tó oore tẹ́ ẹ ṣe fún mi. Mọ́mì ẹ sọ pé ẹ̀yin náà, dádì ẹ sọ pé àti ẹ̀yin náà. Mo ní bí ahọ́n wa tó bá jẹ́ ẹgbẹ̀rún ahọ́n kò tó yín. Ẹ pariwo hallelujah, ẹ pariwo ògo. Ó dáa náà ẹ pa àtẹ́wọ́ fún, ẹ mọ́ pàtẹ́wọ́. Mo ní kẹ́ ẹ pariwo hallelujah ńlá kí wọ́n gbọ́ ní ilé kẹrin, ilé karùn-ún, ilé kẹfà. Gbogbo èèyàn inú ilé yìí ìjì kò ní bá yín lálejò. Gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń bẹ lójú ọ̀nà, àtẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà nú mọ́tò tara yín, àti ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń travel lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́, àti ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń bẹ ní filling station, gbogbo ibi tẹ́ ti ń gba àkókò ìyanu, ìjì kò ní bá yín lálejò. Ẹkún ẹlẹ́kún, ọ̀fọ̀ ọlọ́fọ̀, wọn ò ní sọ di tiyín lórúkọ Jésù. Àwọn afẹkúnṣeni lálejò ẹ ní pàdé wọn. Àwọn afẹkúnṣeṣẹ́ ẹni lálejò, afẹkúnṣe kọ́ńpìnì ẹni lálejò. Mo gbé ọ̀rọ̀ jáde ní lórúkọ Jésù ti Násárẹ́tì, ẹ ní sálábàápàdé wọn.
Ọlọ́run Miracle Today o nínú ìjọ Christ Miracle Center tí wọ́n gbé ìpàdé ńlá kalẹ̀ kàbíà níbi tí ogun yóò ti máa ṣẹ́, ogun àìríjẹ, ogun àìrímu, ogun àìríná, ogun àìrílò, ogun àìrọ́kọ̀fẹ́. Máa bọ̀, èyíkéyìí egun tó ń kọjú sí máa bọ̀. Ọlọ́run Miracle ṣetán láti bá ọ pàdé nínú ìpàdé náà tí ó wáyé ní ọjọ́ 17 oṣù kẹta 2021. Nínú ẹ̀rọ lẹ́gbẹ̀lẹ́ èkó Nico filling station ládojúkọ former distance complex Àpáta Ìbàdàn. Ìwọ ṣá máa bọ̀ tàbí kó o pe bàbá wa sórí nọ́mbà yìí 08031828296, kó o pe nọ́mbà yìí 08050684326. Gbogbo èèyàn máa bọ̀.
Pẹ̀lú aṣọ funfun, ẹ̀mí mímọ́ wọ̀ mí láṣọ tuntun. Ọlọ́run má jẹ́ rí bí ìbàjẹ́ láyé mi, wọ̀ mí láṣọ ìyè.
ọfà àṣetì ọfà àṣedànù ọfà ìpọ́njú ọfà ìlákòjọ ọfà tí bani lẹ́sẹ̀ téèyàn lè dìde mọ́ ọfà tí bani lọ́rùn tí di dìgbàdìgbà tí ó di hospital Michael Paso to Yegenda Gastida Omicron Praskin Vike Austin Die Omicron Proskin Trustida lórúkọ Jésù ti Násárẹ́tì láwọlé sùn lónìí kò ní bà yín. Mo dúró lórí àpáta ayérayé ilẹ̀ tó kù iyanrìn. Mo ti ẹnu mi bọnú ẹ̀jẹ̀ ọ̀dọ́ àgùntàn. Mo gbé ọ̀rọ̀ wòlíì jáde ni. Mo pa láṣẹ ni. Asánilọ́gbẹ́ wọn ò ní sá yín lọ́gbẹ́. Gbogbo èèyàn ẹ ṣe àmì kó ní agbára. I call Prasi to die Astida Yindadak Ostida. Àwọn arógbogbògo jẹ́ wọn ò ní bà ògo yín jẹ́. Alágbára tó ti mọ tẹ́ dà lọ́la tó fi ti ẹ̀ dà ní ọ̀la bẹ́ẹ̀ ni mo sọ jáde. Èèyàn tó mọ tẹ́ dà ní ọ̀la tó fi ti ẹ̀ dà lọ́la tó ń torí rẹ̀ bá yín jagun tó ń gbé àlá burúkú wá tó ń di màálù lójú oorun tó wá ń bá yín gbé oúnjẹ ojú oorun wá irú ẹni bẹ́ẹ̀ kó máa lọ sí sàárè. Òwú aláǹtakùn tí mò ń wò yìí tó rọ̀ dẹ̀dẹ̀dẹ̀ kò ní jálé yín lórí. Òwú ìpọ́njú tí mò ń wò yìí tó rọ̀ dẹ̀dẹ̀dẹ̀ kò ní kalẹ̀ sọ́dẹ yín. Proskinda Yendadeko Posti to die casting. Omi máa kọ Astida. Mo sáré gòkè mímọ́ Olódùmarè lọ adẹ̀gbẹ̀kùn nígbẹ̀kùn. Afẹ̀bùnfẹ́ nìyàn. Ẹ̀bùn tá a fi fún ẹ̀mí ènìyàn láti dẹ̀gbẹ̀kùn nígbẹ̀kùn. Wọn ò ní rúpọ́ sí wọnú ilé yìí. Ògo inú ilé yìí lórúkọ Jésù kò ní wọ́ mi. Ta ní sáré lọ wájú tó lóun ó pa fìtílà yín ẹ̀yin ogun ọ̀run ẹ dìde ẹ máa bù jẹ́. Mo ní ta lèèyàn tó gbàbọ̀dè tì yín tó lóun ò ní jẹ́ kí dókítà léyìí ó dàgbà. Ó mọ̀ lóun ò ní jẹ́ kí lọ́ọ̀yà léyìí ó dàgbà. Ó lóun ò ní jẹ́ kí wòlíì tó ń dìde bọ̀ yóò dàgbà. Irú ẹni bẹ́ẹ̀ yóò lọ sí ọjà nínú yóò lọ ọjà méje àṣẹ wòlíì mú bẹ́ẹ̀. Austin Bright Oga Praskinda ilé tẹ́ ẹ ti sàmì yìí lórúkọ Jésù ọ̀fọ̀ òní wọnú ilé yín. Ẹ ní bá wọn rà á. Irú mẹ́ta ni wọ́n ń tà lọ́jà. Irú wọ́rọ́, irú pẹ̀tẹ̀, irú kílélẹ́ yìí, irú kílélẹ́ yìí ò ní ṣẹlẹ̀ sí yín. Irú kílélẹ́ lórí ọmọ, irú wàhálà wo lélẹ́ lórí dádì, irú ìbànújẹ́ wo leléyìí lórí mọ́mì. Mo pa láṣẹ ni lórúkọ Jésù wọn ò ní sọ̀rọ̀ rẹ̀ nú ilé yín. Gbogbo etí tó ní mi gbọ́ ẹ dìde ẹ gbé ọwọ́ yín méjèèjì lórí ẹ pariwo tó ẹlẹ́dàá mi ò ní gbàbọ̀dè nínú oṣù Máàcì. Ẹ porúkọ Jésù gbà mẹ́ta Ọlọ́run Miracle Center gbà mẹ́ta àdúrà. Gbogbo èèyàn tó rí mi gbọ́ tó ṣe àmì gìrì nígbà mẹ́ta tẹ́ ẹ sáré fẹsẹ̀ lulẹ̀ wọn ò ní.
Ọlọ́run Miracle Today o nínú ìjọ Christ Miracle Center tí wọ́n gbé ìpàdé ńlá kalẹ̀ kàbíà níbi tí ogun yóò ti máa ṣẹ́ ogun àìríjẹ ogun àìrímu ogun àìríná ogun àìrílò ogun àìrọ́kọ̀fẹ́ máa bọ̀ èyíkéyìí egun tó ń kọjú sí máa bọ̀ Ọlọ́run Miracle ṣetán láti bá ọ pàdé nínú ìpàdé náà tí ó wáyé ní ọjọ́ 17 oṣù kẹta 2021. Nínú ẹ̀họ́ lẹ́gbẹ̀lẹ́ èkó Nico filling station látọjúkọ former digitalist complex Àpáta Ìbàdàn. Ìwọ ṣá máa bọ̀ tàbí kó o pe bàbá wa sórí nọ́mbà yìí 080318296 kó o pe nọ́mbà yìí 08050684326. Gbogbo ìyẹn máa bọ̀.
sọ fún yín lẹ́ẹ̀kan ṣe rí ní ọ̀la ó máa ní agbára gidi gan ni o ìdè máa já ogun máa ṣẹ́ ẹsẹ̀ àmọ́ gbàgbé iyọ̀ tí olúwa ní ká mú dání tásẹ̀sì iyọ̀ kan ni pẹ̀lú bottle water kan ṣe rí omi orí òkè tá a ti gba bíríbírí sí omi orí òkè mẹ́ta mọ̀ ni nínú olúwa ní kí n dàpọ̀ sí ojú kan ẹ máa lò lọ́la gbogbo èèyàn pátá ni ló máa gbé omi orí òkè lọlé á tún lò ní ibẹ̀ ó ti tó àkókò báyìí kí ogun ayé rẹ kó ṣẹ́ dànù nú ẹ̀ hàn ni o nú ẹ̀ hàn láti pàdé ẹ wo ó possible kí ó tó di ní aago 9 bí aago 8:30 sí aago 9 ká ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ nítorí pé kò sí àyè fún Africa time tó bá ti ń di aago 11 gẹ́rẹ́gẹ́ gbogbo nǹkan ti parí láàrin wákàtí méjì mo ti gbé ògo orílẹ̀-èdè mo ti gbé kọ́ yín lọ́rùn gbogbo èèyàn tó bá wá ní ọ̀la bàbá mi sọ wípé òun ó dábìrà òun ó ṣèyanu nínú ayé rẹ̀ àti wípé gbogbo èèyàn tó bá wá ní ọ̀la gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń pèpè àsílẹ̀ yẹn oh my god ẹ tètè dé lọ́la olúwa sọ mi pé òun ó sọ ẹkún àwọn ọ̀gọ̀rọ̀ èèyàn òun ó sọ di ẹ̀rín bóyá ìwọ tiẹ̀ ń wojú ọlọ́run fún ọmọ ni tètè máa bọ̀ bóyá òun wá ipò olóṣèlú ni ọ́ tètè máa bọ̀ àti pé ó ti wà ní ipò làgá bá ń gbóná ó sì mọ̀dí tí àgá fi ń gbóná ojoojúmọ́ ni wọ́n ń pariwo pé wọ́n rọ̀ lóyè wọ́n lé ọ lọlé wọ́n fún ọ níwèé ni wọ́n gbogbo ẹ̀ pátápátá máa bọ̀ wá ní ọ̀la nítorí pé ó máa ní ìfọ̀kànbalẹ̀ nínú ọ́fíìsì yẹn gbogbo olóyún ọjọ́ pípẹ́ gbogbo oníbísí àbó tiẹ̀ ń wá iṣẹ́ òun wá ọkọ rere tàbí aya rere ẹ wo ọ̀la ní àánú lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí ẹ gbọ́ tọ́pìkì yẹn ni ọba àwọn ọba king of kings òun ni ọba lórí ayé gbogbo nítorí náà ó ti sọ fún mi pé òun máa dábìrà ṣe rí ní àṣálẹ́ òní yìí èèyàn 700 ní o bẹ́ẹ̀ ni 107 èèyàn ló máa pè mí sí orí aago ẹ sì ti mọ̀ pé bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe ń pè tí mò ń gbé ni mò ń sọ pé báyìí ni olúwa ọlọ́run àwọn ọmọ ogun ọ̀run wí sẹ́yìn ní àṣálẹ́ yìí ó máa ní agbára torí pé ọwọ́ kan bẹ lára mi pé wọ́n ìpàdé àánú lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí nínú ẹ̀ hall ní àárọ̀ lọ́la ẹ wò ó bí igi bá tó igi tó bá dé sọ́ọ̀mẹ̀lì ní tó bá wù wọ́n ni wọ́n là á sí wò ó nínú gígẹ́dú ni wọ́n ti yọ 2x2 2x3 ìlàkúlà ni wọ́n fi àṣẹ wòlíì ní fi la ogun ayé rẹ̀ dànù ó sì mọ̀ wípé rere lolúwa gbogbo èèyàn tó ń pè mí sí orí aago ẹ̀yin náà ti mọ̀ láì rí píṣọ̀ yín láì rí orúkọ yín mo máa sọ pé báyìí lolúwa wí ẹ sì kọ̀ǹfàmù rẹ̀ ẹ sọ wípé ọ̀tẹ́ntìkì ni ó dé ẹgbẹ́ tẹ́ máa pè mí sí leléyìí 080 31 82 82 96 080 31 82 82 96 tàbí 080 50 68 43 26 080 50 68 43 26 gbogbo èèyàn tó fẹ́ sẹ́ndì ẹ̀bì àdúrà sí orí WhatsApp voice note aago tẹ́ máa lò lélẹ́yìí ẹ jẹ́ kó clear dáadáa 080 31 82 82 96 gbogbo èèyàn ẹ gbé ọwọ́ kúrò lórí yín ìgbà méje ni bàbá mi ló ní kí n sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe é rí àṣálẹ́ yìí àṣálẹ́ ìyanu ni òní Tuesday ọjọ́ ìṣẹ́gun ṣe é rí àárọ̀ lọ́la àánú lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí i ṣùgbọ́n ti ọ̀la yẹn ó yàtọ̀ nú ẹ̀ ọ̀la ti pàdé gbogbo ẹ̀ tó fẹ́ dí àdé sílẹ̀ kí n tiẹ̀ tó máa bọ̀ wá sórí rédíò àwọn kan ti dí àdé sílẹ̀ níbo ni wọ́n dé sí inú gbọ̀ngàn Miracle Center lápáta ni ibẹ̀ ni wọ́n dé sí gbogbo èèyàn pátá tó fẹ́ dí àdé sílẹ̀ ààyè ń bẹ èmi náà wà níbẹ̀ ṣe tó bá ti wá di ní àárọ̀ lọ́la gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí ẹ fẹ́ máa bọ̀ wá yẹn aago 7 ni kẹ́ ẹ ti máa dé o sáago 7:30 tàbí aago 8 sáago 8:30 nítorí pé ẹ ráyè láti rí wòlíì oh my God, gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ẹ ti ń gbọ́ mi ní orí rédíò, ọ̀la ni a ní àǹfààní láti fojú rinjú. Ó máa ní agbára gidi gan ni. Gbogbo èèyàn, ẹ ṣí ọwọ́ yín báyìí, ẹ pariwo Ẹ́bílà. Ẹ sọ bẹ́ẹ̀. Ó kẹ̀kan sí, Ẹ́bílà. Ẹ sọ bẹ́ẹ̀. Ó kọ ẹ̀kan sí, ẹ máa tẹ̀lẹ́lẹ̀. Ìgbà méje lẹ́tẹ̀lẹ́lẹ̀, sẹ́ǹtẹ̀, ẹ pariwo Ẹ́bílà. Ṣé ẹ ti pé Ẹ́bílà yẹn lẹ́ẹ̀mẹ́ta? Ẹ sọ pé gbogbo ẹ̀yin ẹ̀mí òkùnkùn tó dúró dè mí ní ìkóríta ìṣerere, tẹ́ ẹni wọn ò ní kọjá sí ìlú ìṣerere, Ẹ́bílà. Ẹ máa wọ sàárè lọ. Ẹ pariwo orúkọ Jésù nígbà mẹ́ta. Ọlọ́run Miracle Center nígbà mẹ́ta. Àdúrà. Mo gbé ọ̀rọ̀ wòlíì jáde, mo sì pa láṣẹ ni. Bí ẹ ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀, tẹ́ ń gbàdúrà jáde, òǹtẹ̀ mọ́, ó yá tẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀. Bàbá yìí, tọ́run ti bọ́ ọ ṣe, torí ti tì ọ́ lẹ́yìn, tó o ti wà ní ipò. Àwọn wo ló fẹ́ yẹ àga mọ́ ọ nídìí? Mo gbé ọ̀rọ̀ jáde ní ogun ọ̀run náà wọ́n lẹ́gbàá. Gbogbo èèyàn pátá lásẹ̀lẹ̀ yìí, ẹ gbé ọwọ́ lórí yín. Ìṣẹ̀dá yín kò ní gbàbọ̀dè. Ìṣẹ̀dá ọmọ yín kò ní gbàbọ̀dè. Àsìtá àbọ̀ kò ní bà yín. Àsìtá àbọ̀ kò ní wọnú ilé yìí. Ó yẹ ẹ lọ ṣe rere. Jésù Olúwa wa. Ẹnìkan sọ wípé kí n júwe Noel Hall. Ṣé ẹ rí Noel Hall? Gbangba ló wà. Bẹ́ẹ̀ bá ti dé gáréèjì àpáta, ẹ rìn síwájú díẹ̀, ẹ máa kan ilé epo Nipco filling station. Ilé epo Nipco, ẹ máa kan bẹ̀. Ṣé ẹ rí ní ẹ̀gbẹ́ Nipco yẹn? Ibẹ̀ lẹ ti wá máa yà sísàlẹ̀. Ẹ ti máa rí pósítà wa. Ó ti kún gbòòrò bìbà. Kò tiẹ̀ fẹ́ síbi tí ò sí. Ẹ ti máa rí bánà wa. Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ olórin ló ń bọ̀ wá síbẹ̀. Àti ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwọn ìránṣẹ́ Ọlọ́run ni ló máa ṣiṣẹ́ ìránṣẹ́. Ọlá láàárọ̀ lọ́la láago 9, ó máa kọjá bẹ́ẹ̀, ó máa yàtọ̀. Fẹ́ rí inú ẹ̀hàn tí mò ń sọ yìí, òun ló dojúkọ Gitales complex tẹ́lẹ̀tẹ́lẹ̀. Nítorí náà gbangba òun ló gbé wà. Ní òní, Olúwa ní kí n sọ jáde ní gbogbo èèyàn tó rí mi gbọ́, ọ̀gọ̀ọ̀rọ̀ èèyàn tó rí mi gbọ́ pé kẹ́ ẹ gbàdúrà. Ó máa sọ jáde lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́. Má jẹ́ ń tẹ́, má jẹ́ ń sétì, má jẹ́ ń tàtì. Ẹ gbọ́ bí mo ṣe wí, ẹ wí bẹ́ẹ̀ jáde. Má jẹ́ ń tẹ́, má jẹ́ ń sétì, má jẹ́ ń tàtì. Ẹ ní tẹ́, ẹ ní sàsétì, ẹ ní tàtì. Ṣé rí ọrẹ yẹn? Ọrẹ kékeré tí ó jọ̀yàn lójú ni. Ọrẹ tó jẹ́ pé èèyàn lè sọ pé òun fojú parẹ́ ni. Ṣùgbọ́n mo ti gbọ́ ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ẹ̀rí. Ṣé nǹkan tó wá dáa ni kéèyàn tàtì, tàbí kéèyàn sétì, tàbí kéèyàn tẹ́? Ẹ ní tẹ́. Gbogbo etí tó gbọ́ mi lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́, ẹ máa sẹ́ndì rẹ̀ 300 naira. Ẹ máa pàṣẹ ọ̀rọ̀ jáde, ẹ máa sọ jáde, ẹ máa sọ pé mi ò ní tẹ́, mi ò ní sàsétì. Nínú oṣù Máàchì, mi ò ní tàtì. Mọ́mì, lórí ọmọ, lórí ọkọ, nínú ilé yín, ẹ ní tàtì. 300 naira yẹn, orí àkáǹtì tẹ máa sẹ́ndì rẹ̀ sí. Àti gbogbo ẹ̀yin èèyàn tẹ́ ẹ fẹ́ ṣe àkànṣe ọrẹ lálẹ́ yìí, àbí ọrẹ májẹ̀mú 1000 naira, àbí ẹ̀yin ní agbára 2000 naira, tàbí 5000 naira, àbí ẹ tiẹ̀ lè ṣe papọ̀ àti ọrẹ májẹ̀mú àti ọrẹ 300 naira, àbí ẹ ti ní nǹkan kan lọ́kàn láti ṣe fún àkókò ìyanu tẹ́lẹ̀, ẹ̀yin sọ pé ẹ fẹ́ san ìdámẹ́wàá yín. Ẹ̀dùn kẹ́ pẹ̀lú àwọn ọgbà àkọ́kọ́ tó ń wọlé lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́. Mo máa gbé ọwọ́ mi sókè. Mo máa pàṣẹ ọ̀rọ̀ sínú ayé yín ní gbogbo ọ̀nà. Ọwọ́ wòlíì látòrí afẹ́fẹ́ ó máa kàn yín lára. Àní ẹ̀ní tẹ́, ẹ̀ní tàtì, ẹ̀ní sàsétì. Ibi gíga báyìí òun láàyè yín. Orí àkáǹtì tẹ́ máa ṣe sí òun ni eléyìí: 30 33 40 02 94. First Bank 30 33 40 02 94 ẹ sọ pé ẹ̀yin ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ ń kọ́ ẹ̀ tí ì kọ́ tán 30 33 40 02 94 First Bank òun ni bank Prophet Matthew Rufai ní orúkọ. Mo gbé ọwọ́ mi méjèèjì sókè mo sọ̀rọ̀ wòlíì jáde ní I come prasking dustida bí ẹ ṣe ń sẹ́ndì ẹ̀ lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ 300 naira yẹn abẹ́yìn ń ṣe ọrẹ àkànṣe pẹ̀lú rẹ̀ 1000 naira tàbí 2000 naira tàbí 5000 naira àti ẹ̀yin tẹ̀ ń sẹ́ndì ìdámẹ́wàá yín ara ó tù yín ẹ̀ ní tẹ́ ẹ̀ ní sàṣetì ẹ̀ ní tàtì. Ọ̀rọ̀ Ọlọ́run tòní the storm ìjì àní ó ti dorin nígboro bí àwọn èèyàn bá ti rí ohun kan tó lòdì sí ohun tí wọ́n plan fún wọ́n pariwo a ti mọ̀ yín ẹ ti ń sọ lọ oh my God bẹ́ẹ̀ ni bí ẹnikẹ́ni bá ní ọ̀rọ̀ Ọlọ́run tó gbọ́ ìwàásù àbí ẹ̀kọ́ tó tún ka Bíbélì kò nídìí kí wọ́n ṣe júwe ìjì fún tó bá ti rí ìjì a ti mọ̀ yín ìjì ni yín ẹ kó nǹkan wá ohun tẹ́ kó lọ òun lẹ̀ ń wá mọ̀mọ́ ìjì kò ní wọnú ilé yín sẹ́rí ìjì a máa ja èèyàn gbogbo àwọn tí ìjì jà bí wọ́n bá ti rí ìjì wọn ò jẹ́ dúró. Mo fẹ́ sọ nǹkan fún yín ní àṣálẹ́ yìí o tẹ́ ẹ bá rí ìjì tó bá ń fẹ́ ẹ mọ́ wo bẹ̀. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ẹnikẹ́ni tí ó bá ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní wo ìjì kò ní ní fókọ̀sì mọ́ ó máa wà distraction yóò sì sọ ìlépa rẹ̀ nù àti wípé ohun tó plan fún kò ní ṣeé ṣe mọ́. Kì í ṣe èèyàn nìkan ni ìjì máa ń jà ìjì ó máa ń ja omi ìjì ó máa ń ja ilẹ̀ ó máa ja omi tí omi máa korò bí omi kan tí a pè ní omi mara. Ẹ wo ìjì máa ń ja ilẹ̀ o tí ilẹ̀ máa sá tí kò ní mú irúgbìn jáde mọ́. Sẹ́ẹ̀rí ẹ jẹ́ ká sí Bíbélì wa sínú ìwé àwọn ọba kejì orí kejì láti ẹsẹ̀ 19 níbi tí ìjì tó gbé jà tó fọwọ́ ba ilẹ̀ ó tún fọwọ́ ba omi. Ẹ jẹ́ ká kà á ó ní àwọn ọkùnrin ìlú yìí wí fún Èlíṣà pé kíyèsí ìtẹ̀dó ìlú yìí dára bí olúwa mi ti rí ṣùgbọ́n omi burú ilẹ̀ sì sá. Ṣé ẹ rí tẹ́lẹ̀tẹ́lẹ̀ ìtẹ̀dó yẹn ó dára omi dùn ilẹ̀ ó sì mú irúgbìn jáde ṣùgbọ́n nígbà tí ìjì dé ẹ wò ó lẹ́sẹ̀kẹsẹ̀ omi tó dùn ó di kíkorò. Ṣé ẹ rí tí ìjì bá wọnú company kì í yé managing director mọ́ kì í yé CEO mọ́ nítorí pé ìjì a máa dorí ọlọ́gbọ́n kodò. Ẹ wò ó gbogbo ará ìlú ìjì jà wọ́n o ilẹ̀ sá omi korò wọ́n ṣe nǹkan kan níbí báyìí ohun la fẹ́ ṣe ní ọ̀la ẹ gbọ́ ni wọ́n wá ránṣẹ́ pé wòlíì wá wo ohun tí a rí. Ṣé ẹ rí ní ìlú yìí lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ báyìí a nílò àdá tàbí ìbọn tàbí ògùn ohun tá a nílò ni láti gbóhùn wa sókè sí Ọlọ́run. Ṣé ẹ ní gbogbo orílẹ̀-èdè lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ báyìí a nílò idà tàbí ọ̀kọ̀ ohun tí a nílò ni láti gbóhùn wa sókè sí Ọlọ́run. Bíbélì wípé ohun ìjà tiwa kì í ṣe nípa ti ara ṣùgbọ́n ó ní agbára láti ti àwọn òkè lulẹ̀. Ṣé ẹ rí tó bá di ní ọ̀la iyọ̀ tó ń bẹ lọ́wọ́ yín yẹn irú rẹ̀ ni wọ́n lò tí wọ́n fi mú omi Jẹ́ríkò dùn. Wòlíì wípé ẹ fi orísun omi Jẹ́ríkò ẹ fi hàn mí ẹ bu iyọ̀ sínú àwo kòtòpò. Ṣé ẹ ti rí pé tí n bá ní kẹ́ ẹ mú iyọ̀ wá ní ọ̀la ṣé ẹ ti rí pé ó bá Bíbélì mu. Ẹ jẹ́ kí n kà á jáde fún wa. Òun sì wípé mú àwo kòtòpò tuntun kan fún mi wá sì fi iyọ̀ sínú rẹ̀ wọ́n sì mú un tọ̀ wá òun sì jáde lọ sí orísun omi. Lọ́la a máa dán nǹkan wò nínú ẹ̀ all ẹ tètè dé láago 9. Ṣé ẹ rí ìjì nígbà tí ó bá ja ènìyàn kì í jẹ́ kí èèyàn kó rójú ráyè. Ṣé ẹ rí nígbà tí ìjì bá ja ènìyàn kì í jẹ́ kí èèyàn kó rójú ráyè bí irú ti ọkùnrin yìí. Ẹnjìníà ẹ gbé sókè ẹ jẹ́ ká gbọ́.
Kòkòrò kan mú mi tó gbogbo kò sí èyí ò tí náà kòkòrò ẹ̀tàn sà. kò fẹ́rẹ̀ tí ń bá mi fà á sí ó ti ń lọ bí ọdún mẹ́fà sà. Iṣẹ́ tí mo ṣe báyìí gbogbo iṣẹ́ tí bá ṣe báyìí orí ẹ̀ mo máa ń le. Kódà mo yẹn bá yín sọ̀rọ̀ ìta àkókò yẹn sì wà lára. Ó ti lọ bí ọdún mẹ́fà sí ìgbà tó ti pẹ́ ló ti rìn. Ó máa wá lọ, á wá lọ.
Ṣé ẹ ti gbọ́ nǹkan tó wí? Ọkùnrin yìí wí pé kòkòrò mú ní gbogbo ara, ó ti ná owó, ó ti káàkiri, ẹ wò ó, kò tún ní iṣẹ́ lọ́wọ́. Ṣé ẹ wá rí kòkòrò tó mú yìí? Kèé máa sọ ọdún kan tàbí ọdún méjì tàbí ọdún mẹ́ta. Ṣé rí ní ọ̀la? Gbogbo eléyìí ni bàbá mi ó yanjú. Kòkòrò tó mú ọkùnrin yìí ní gbogbo ara rẹ̀ pátá ni ó ti pé ọdún 6. Ogun ọjọ́ pípẹ́ lọ́la ẹ̀ ní rí mọ́. Ó máa ṣẹ́ dànù. Gbogbo èèyàn pátá ẹ tètè dé. Gbogbo etí tó rí mi gbọ́ ẹ dìde sókè, ẹ gbé ọwọ́ lórí yín. Ẹkún 3 ni ló ń bẹ nínú ayé. Orúkọ Jésù gbà 3. Má jẹ́ bá wọn sunkún àdásùn. Àdúrà. Ṣé ẹ ti gbà tán? Ẹ máa pariwo, ẹ máa pariwo, ẹ máa gbàdúrà. Àdúrà kejì, ẹkún àjọsùn. Mi ò gbọ́dọ̀ bá wọn sunkún nínú ọdún yìí, nínú oṣù yìí. Àdúrà. Ẹlẹ́ẹ̀kẹta, ẹkún àsúnrìn. Ẹ pariwo orúkọ Jésù nígbà 3. Ọlọ́run Miracle Center nígbà 3. Má jẹ́ ń bá wọn sunkún àsúnrìn. Àdúrà. Èèyàn 700 tó ń pè mí sí orí aago. Mo máa sọ ọ̀rọ̀ wòlíì sínú ayé yín kankan. Mo máa wí pé báyìí ni Olúwa wí. Ẹ̀yin náà sì sọ wípé authentic ni. 080 31 82 82 96 080 31 82 82 96 tàbí 080 50 68 43 26 080 50 68 43 26. Gbogbo ogun ló gbé èèyàn tó gbọ́ mi ní àṣálẹ́ yìí. Bàbá mi ló sọ bẹ́ẹ̀. Ó lóun fẹ́ sọ ẹkún yín di ẹ̀rín. Ọrẹ tẹ́ máa ṣe ní àṣálẹ́ yìí, ọrẹ téèyàn fọkàn sí ni o. Ogun ló gbé èèyàn àti ọgọ́rùn èèyàn ìlòlúwa ní kò ṣe 300 naira ni 300 naira. Ẹ máa gbàdúrà. Má jẹ́ ń tẹ́, má jẹ́ ń sàṣetì, má jẹ́ ń tàtì. Ẹ máa sẹ́ndì ẹ̀ lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́. Tàbí ẹ̀yin fẹ́ ṣe ọrẹ àkànṣe àti ọrẹ májẹ̀mú papọ̀. 1,000 naira tàbí 2,000 naira tàbí 5,000 naira. Ẹlẹ́fẹ́ san ìdámẹ́wàá yín. Ẹ máa sẹ́ndì rẹ̀ lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́. Ẹ máa pariwo. Ẹ máa sọ̀rọ̀ jáde. Ẹ ní tẹ́, ẹ ní sàṣetì, ẹ ní tàtì. Orí àkáǹtì tẹ́ máa ṣe sí òun leléyìí. Tẹ́ máa sẹ́ndì ẹ̀ sí. Tẹ́ máa transfer sí 30 33 40 02 94. First Bank 30 33 40 02 94. First Bank. Ẹ sọ pé ẹ tí ì kọ́ tán 30 33 40 02 94. First Bank òun ni bank. Prophet Matthew Rufai ní orúkọ. Gbẹ̀yìn ará àpáta ẹ wá pàdé Jésù mi láago 9 láàárọ̀ ọ̀la nínú ẹ̀ hall ẹ láyọ̀.
Ọlọ́run Miracle Today o nínú ìjọ Christ Miracle Center tí wọ́n gbé ìpàdé ńlá kalẹ̀ kàbíà níbi tí ogun yóò ti máa ṣẹ́. Ogun àìríjẹ, ogun àìrímu, ogun àìríná, ogun àìrílò, ogun àìrọ́kọ̀fẹ́ máa bọ̀. Èyíkéyìí egun tó ń kọjú sí máa bọ̀. Ọlọ́run Miracle ṣetán láti bá ọ pàdé nínú ìpàdé náà tí ó wáyé ní ọjọ́ 17 oṣù kẹta 2021. Nínú ẹ̀rọ lẹ́gbẹ̀lẹ́ èkó Nico filling station látọjúkọ former Digitalis complex Àpáta Ìbàdàn. Ìwọ ṣá máa bọ̀ tàbí kó o pe bàbá wa sórí nọ́mbà yìí 08031828296 kó o pe nọ́mbà yìí 08050684326. Gbogbo ìyẹn máa.
Pensioners FM.
Alẹ́ pẹ́pẹ́.
Èkó ti ra ọgbẹ́jú-gbàjà àti dòde Pensioners FM.
Balẹ̀lẹ̀ bá dilẹ̀, a ó fọmọ Yorùbá yòó ní. Lẹ́yìn iṣẹ́ òòjọ́ ẹni, ó yẹ kó lùwà rẹ̀ ó ní ìsinmi. ayé kì í yé ni ní rèwerèwe àgbà kì í yé ní gbàtà ọ̀dàgbà àgbàlódé rédíò ohun òmìnira Bẹ́sẹ̀nà FM láyé ń gbọ́ Bẹ́sẹ̀nà FM tiwa ni Bẹ́sẹ̀nà FM tiwa ni.